Yeah. Hey. Shipped from the shores of Cape Coast, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Senegal, black gold they were hauling. 400 years it was hard then. Kept striving to be free from Marcus Du Bois. Can't forget Kwame. For reparations they did pray. To unite in their honor we do say, Yanko, Yanko, Africa. Yanko, Yanko, Africa. Yanko, Yanko, Africa. Yanko, Yanko, Africa.
Okay, welcome to Yanko Africa. My name is Ama. I want to thank you for tuning in on today. All right, so by the title you see that I am going to be speaking to you about the Gambia, which also surprises me because I haven't done any videos on the Gambia. I'm subscribed to channels that are in the Gambia, such as BAG, Black Acres of the Gambia, their kids, a couple of their kids, and yeah, and maybe some other people in the Gambia as well as other places. And today I want to talk to you about the Gambia. And if you are familiar with these channels, if you're familiar with, a lot of the returning diaspora channels or those who are vlogging about their visit or return to the continent, then you are aware of some of the people that I'll mention, such as Art Cathy, Juliet, and some other people, okay? And I'm subscribed to some people, I don't even know their names, okay? But because of their content, I have subscribed to their channel. Now, I want to talk to us today about, well, here's my question and I'll answer it. Is there an intentional effort to sabotage the return of the diaspora, particularly to the Gambia, okay? And my answer to that question is yes. I believe there's an intentional effort, campaigns to sabotage our return. I do believe that it's being carried out by a number of people, not only trolls, not only the powers that be, but I believe that there are faces that look like ours that have been sent out to carry out these acts, okay? Now, I don't want to accuse anyone. I do believe that there are some people who will just do anything for a click on their video. Okay, and let me just go ahead and say this. First of all, before I forget, I have the ticker going here on my webpage, which is www.yanko.africa or www.yankoafrica.com. So you can go ahead and visit there. You'll see that I'm updating the list of countries that are becoming available. This is the website. You can also go there and search flights, guys. Remember, we do not sell these tickets, but we work with curators who do. Your favorite curators, Skyscanner, Fairboom, all of these people. You will be purchasing your tickets from them, but you will search through us, and we will get a small, and I do mean small fee, okay, if anything, from you if you purchase a ticket or so on and so forth, okay? We don't get any of your information, your data, or any of that stuff. All right. But if you scroll down here, you'll be able to see, I'll keep a list of countries that are opening. Check with the official websites for those countries for the latest information because they can change, such as Tanzania's has just changed, okay? And so I'll also be doing a video, guys, about testing. I do believe that we all should be tested. I don't want you to think that that is not what I believe. I just believe that we should know who's getting our information, and countries that are really working with the World Health Organization, I think we should really have an eye on them. All right, but I'll discuss that in another video, okay, and possibly show you our journey of being tested, if that's possible, because it may not be possible. All right, so I want to talk to us about the Gambia. I do believe the Gambia is under attack. I do believe that there are enemies among us. I don't think you should go out there and do anything to them, okay? Let me make that clear. I do not think you should go out there and do anything to them. If you want to do anything, you pray and drive them devils off the continent, okay? All right. But I do believe that there is a concerted effort to bring discord, all right, and disunity and distrust between one another and with our brothers and sisters on the continent, and also to have them blame us for the increasing number of COVID-19 cases. I do believe that. Okay. Now, many of you may have who listen to returning channels, diasporan channels, repatriation channels, and such. You may be familiar with Art Kathy, Juliet, Bag, some of the prominent personalities in the Gambia. There are also Gambian vloggers that I'm subscribed to as well. And so I believe each of these people have wonderful things that they bring to the continent. But do I believe, let me just say this. I first heard about Art Kathy. I didn't know who she was. I first saw her, let me say this, on Juliet's channel. Now, obviously something happened between those two. I still don't know exactly what happened. I did listen to Art Kathy's video. I do believe that she stated that she felt like there was some microaggressions going on. And in all honesty, before I even knew who she was, I watched that video and I also discerned that there was a problem there. I did before this even blew up. Watching that video alone, I saw that there was a problem there. If you go back and look at the video, you can see yourself if you have discernment. Now, I'm not trying to cause any confusion. I'm just saying the truth. Okay. All right. Now, fast forward. She says that she felt like there was some microaggressions. I'm not here to discuss their rift, but I am here to say that I do believe that there was some jealousy issues that sparred and that was a catalyst that was used to push Kathy's statements, not push her to say the things that she said about Gambians, such as they're slow, so on and so forth. I do believe that in her initial statements, I do believe that she was speaking as if she was still speaking to Americans, okay? And I believe that initially her comments were misunderstood. However, I have heard her in recent videos say, oh, just go ahead and call them slow. Go ahead and call them stupid. Go ahead and call them whatever. That's jacked up. That's wrong. Okay? I'm not here to argue with anyone on the continent. I'm just saying we need to watch people who are doing that. You can't go there and say call our brothers and sisters slow, stupid, and anything else. If somebody were to tell them to come to America or come to the UK or come to the Caribbean and call us slow, stupid, and other names, that would also be jacked up. Okay, and then at the same time say that they're here to work with us? No, I can't say that. No. Okay, so I'm done with that. Don't bring your argument. You're going to be arguing by yourself. Okay, I don't do internet arguments. But what I'm saying is we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to really, really assess our motives and what is going on and what is the greater issue behind the scenes. Is there an effort to sabotage us? And it's not just those major figures. I listened to a video today where, whether intentional or unintentional, the person was stating that they apologized to the Gambia for putting them at risk for COVID. What do you mean? You returned. First, I listened to the video about the person returning, which was questionable because they said, I'm like, how are you getting into Gambia? How are these people getting into the Gambia? The borders are closed. Okay. Do you have some kind of special clearance? But it seems like there are a number of them and there's some kind of special thing that comes up and they're able to get into the Gambia. All right. Listen, guys, do not go to any country unless you're prepared. And if they're requiring testing, make sure you have your testing. OK, if they're requiring whatever, your documents, make sure you have your documents. Don't be greasing palms to get into countries. We don't want to do that. OK, we don't want to add to problems. OK. And so I'm going to do a video with something else I think you should do when you're going as far as testing. And like I said, if possible, we'll share ours. OK, but is there an effort to cause problems? And the statements that we make, can they do more harm than good? Now, this person sharing their apology to the Gambia, I don't know, because I don't want to be an accuser of the brethren or anybody else. But I think it's careless or irresponsible to make such a broad statement to say you are putting, because somebody wrote in a comment that you putting Gambians at risk, to just say, yeah, I'm putting Gambia, I apologize, for putting Gambians at risk for COVID. To me, that's irresponsible, because I have never heard anyone, be it Gambians, Ghanaians, or anyone else, say that we are putting them in danger. What that does is, whether you intend that or not, you're sowing seeds in the minds of people to say, yeah, they are putting us at risk. And that can endanger lives. You see, don't feed the trolls if it is indeed a troll, because if not, I'm thinking, is this person thinking? And if they are thinking, what are they thinking, and what are their intentions? Okay? And making statements that are against the culture, and making statements that are just inappropriate. There are a lot of things to talk about. We don't have to start insulting people about their sexual activity. Some people are doing that. Like, how do you know how they have sex? How is that our business? Okay, we can talk about sex, and we can talk about maybe there's some cultural differences, or maybe some things that would make people a little bit more inhibited or whatever. And some things need to be inhibited. Okay, I'm just let me stick here. Okay, let me stick with the topic. Okay, but what I'm saying is that I have to sit and think. Don't shut down our brains, guys. What's going on? And here's why I think Gambia, once again, is most vulnerable. Because 1, it's small. 2, news travels fast in a small place. 3, if I'm not mistaken, it may be the Gambian vice president who was diagnosed with COVID. Okay, so we got that issue. So he's a prominent figure. And people are like, yeah, he comes in contact with those people. Okay, I believe it's the Gambian vice president. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Okay, all right. And 4, we have to think about us as the diaspora. The Gambia is ripe for us economically. It is more suitable for most diasporans because we don't have a lot of money, most of us, okay? Most of us are not going to be able to build big houses, and most of us may not even want to build a big house. We just want to be comfortable, safe, and have some peace, all right? And so that's, and make an honest living. I say do business. That's another topic. Do business. Okay. And so when we think of the Gambia compared to other countries, it's more affordable. In the Gambia, for about $300 or $400, you can get a mansion. Whereas in Accra or in Ghana, all right, maybe in the outskirts or in other regions, you can get that. But if you want to be near the major airport or near the main city or larger city, you're going to pay more. Okay, and you're going to pay that amount. You can find a place for $300 or $400, but it's not going to be the same as that mansion in the Gambia if you're looking for a mansion. Okay. Once again, not hating on those of you who are building big houses. I have no desire to build a big house, but I enjoy seeing your journeys. I really admire your tenacity, your diligence, and the beauty of what you've created when it's done. I do. And even if it's a small house, I admire your tenacity, your diligence, and the beauty of what you've created when you are done. Okay? But when we look at the Gambia and we compare it to other places, I can see why there is an attack on the Gambia and the diaspora's return, because it's affordable for us. It's in West Africa. Culturally, we are connected. There's that whole, Kunta Kinte, history as well. So the Gambia is ripe for the returning African diaspora. So are many other West African countries and the continent as a whole. East Africa, South Africa. I mean, there are so many options for us. But I truly believe that the diaspora's return to the Gambia is under attack. Number one priority, because of the small size of the country. They can make the locals feel like, yes, they've come to take us over. Yes, they do not respect our culture. Look at the women. Look at what they talk about. Look at the things they say. Look at what they do. Look at how they treat us. Look at what they think about us. They want to take over. All of these things have an impact on the hearer and even the reader. When you make headlines such as, you apologize. I understand what she said in the video. I do. And this is not an attack against her. But I'm just saying we have to be responsible, because if we make such statements, it wasn't even in the minds of many Africans. It wasn't in my mind. It wasn't in the mind of many Africans on the continent. It wasn't in the mind of many diasporans, as I see in their comments that many of them say, no, you didn't say anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. The responsible thing would have been to say, I have done everything. I and many others came on that plane. We have been quarantined. I will continue in quarantine. If you're being tested, say that you'll be tested, and you're sure by the time you leave there that no Gambian would be in any danger or at risk of contracting COVID from you. Okay? Any more than they would from any other person. And I think when we go in with our test results, we go in, I'll name that in another video, okay? It should bring an assurance that 1, we care about them. 2, we care about ourselves, okay? And 3, we're not here to hurt you, okay? And we would never do anything to intentionally hurt you. And so if you're making those kind of statements in videos, you have to be careful and think, I may be doing this for a good reason, but what impact is it going to have? And if you are an agent provocateur, if it is your assignment, I pray y'all drive you back to where you came from, because the return is going to happen. It is happening. All right? It is happening. It can't be stopped. It will not be stopped. Okay? You will frustrate yourselves in the effort to stop it. All right. So guys, I love you all. Let's love each other. Okay? Let's respect one another. You may not like everything about that person, but always try to find something good about them. I try to do that. And another thing, we may have different religious beliefs, but let's not try to build our return and force people into what you believe, your philosophical, religious, beliefs, or lack thereof are. Okay? True pan-Africanism is not based on religion. One of the first things I learned about Ghana is that Muslims and Christians live together. I mean, side by side. You go to Zongo areas in Ghana. I mean, and they are living right next to each other, eating out the same bowl, enjoying each other, friendship. Don't bring that rift over there, because there's none. Okay? Those who are traditionalists, those who are whatever, don't bring any rift and any discord, because there isn't any. So don't bring any because you think there should be, and that you think that we are serving the colonizers' God or whatever. I've never been accused of serving the colonizers' God on the continent, okay? All right, so, and that's from either Muslim, Christian, or indigenous, or agnostic, or atheist. So why should we bring that discord there? So these are my thoughts. I love you all, and thanks for tuning in. Shalom. Yanko, Africa.
Yeah. Hey. Ship from the shores of Cape Coast, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Senegal, black gold they were hauling. 400 years it was hard then. Kept striving to be free from Marcus Du Bois. Can't forget Kwame. For reparations they did pray. To unite in their honor we do say, Yanko.